Teammates on the front row. Kenny Spencer. Colby Fournier. Looking for the green off of turn number 4. Up on the throttle they come. Green flag is out. We're underway. And Fournier gets a jump. Leads it down off of turn number 2.
Down through 1 and 2 and down the back into 3. It's Fournier leading the way over Spencer. Mike Brightman drops down to that 3rd position. Slideways off the corner. He's able to corral it back in as he sits in 3rd.
Down the back stretch they go, and the battle is for 4th. The 1 of Stamfel, the 14 of Martin, way high on the back straightaway. Martin trying to get a run on the outside, but has to try to shut the door. Trouble for the 1. He goes around. Several cars get involved. Darling just about squeezes through. He had cars bouncing off the inside and the outside.
Bit of damage there, looks like to the right front of the 52, among others involved.
Field is set, ready to go off of turn number 4. 2 laps are complete. Colby Fournier brings the field down. Spencer on the outside. Spencer gets the jump up top. Leads it off of turn number 2.
Down the back they go into turn number 3. Look at Rick Martin fighting on that outside lane up towards 2nd place. He's going to get by Fournier. 3 wide behind him. Brightman backs out of it. He'll stick back into 5th place, but Scully with a good run to the outside of Fournier.
Brightman was trying to make a 3-wide move, settled it back in, thought twice of it as Dave Darling tries to work that outside lane. Up front, Kenny Spencer tries to find himself back in over Tuttle Park victory lane with Martin and Scully in tow. Fournier, Brightman your top 5, and a battle for 6. Darling on the outside, the 46 up into 5th.
Estrella battling side by side with Darling as they race down through 1 and 2 for that 6th position. Darling now has Lynham underneath him for 7th as they race side by side. Back up front, though, Scully going at Martin for 2nd.
Scully takes a look down to the inside. Darling backsliding just a little bit, settles in behind the 10 of Ryan Lynham. That is 8th on the field. They rolled out into 3 and 4. Here comes Estrella down underneath the 27 of Brayden, working for a top 5 down into turn number 1.
Through the corner they go. A little bit of contact there between Estrella and Brightman for that 5th spot. They're going to battle it out through 3 and 4. Estrella looks for a good run on that bottom lane, but Brightman fires back on that outside, staying strong on that 27, trying to keep within the top 5.
Up front, nose to tail down into turn number 3 of your top 3 cars. Kenny Spencer sets the pace. Tom Scully Jr. roll over the back bumper, sitting 2nd, takes a peek down to the inside. Spencer shuts the door off at turn number 2.
Down the back they go. Here comes Lynham underneath Brightman now for that 6th spot as Estrella moves into 5th. They race off turn number 4. It's going to be Lynham with a good run over Brightman there. He's going to take that 6th spot away.
Down the back stretch, and Tom Scully Jr. dives underneath the 0 of Spencer. Looking for the lead off of 4, slides himself to the top of the board, and Tom Scully Jr. becomes the 3rd leader of this event.
Coming down across the back into turn number 3, approaching Ryan Kuhn, who's back out on track now. It's going to be Tom Scully Jr. leading the way over Kenny Spencer as we're single file throughout the entire field. They race down the back again. Scully leads Spencer.
Down off the 2nd corner they come, and Scully pulling away from the field. The car seeming to be on the move is that 46 of Dylan Estrella. Dylan down underneath, up into the 4th spot as he gets by the 3 of Colby Fournier, sets his sights on the 14 of Rick Martin.
It turns 1 and 2, and Scully starting to pull away. Got about a 3-car length lead over the 0. Spencer is doing what he can to hold off Rick Martin. But Rick Martin has a strong number 14 tonight as he races down the front into turn number 1. But here comes Estrella. As Kevin mentioned, the 46 is on the move, and he's battling out with Martin for 3rd.
Estrella dives it down to the inside. Martin shuts the doors. They come off of turn number 4. Nose to tail. Line them right there in 5th as they hit the corner. Down the back stretch they go, settling itself out. Here comes Brightman going on the charge for the 3, down into 3 and 4.
Off the corner, a great run here. Brightman underneath Fournier. Fournier holds strong on the outside lane. They're side by side now through 1 and 2. Still side by side down the back. Brightman with a nose advantage through 3. Looks to make a good run off 4 and take that position away. He does.
Dylan Estrella down to the inside of Rick Martin off of turn number 2. Gets a good run down the back straightaway. Sets his sights on the 0, and he's got the 10 of Ryan Lynham following through down low. Lynham looking for a 4th place run as they hit the corners. 19 down, make it 20 when they come back around the corners. Tom Scully Jr. sets the pace. Kenny Spencer in second, Dylan Estrella third, Rick Martin fourth, Ryan Lynham rounds out the top 5.
Down the back into turn 3, your leader goes Tom Scully Jr. Looking to end this season on a high note. A great run for him so far as he continues to open up that lead over Kenny Spencer as he races down through 1 and 2. Closes in on the 99 of Joris here underneath him, put him a lap down.
Ryan Kuhn is running faster laps than our leaders after having to pit. He has been able to put some distance between he and Tom Scully Jr., although he is 10 laps in arrears to the leaders. Scully sets the pace. Spencer has his hands full. With the 46 of Estrella all over the back bumper, they slide by the sponsor wanted number 99 of Billy Joris as he goes a lap down. Lynham continues to chase the 46.
Through the corner they go, squeeze underneath Joris. Here comes Estrella, gets that run he was looking for. Underneath the 0, Spencer pulls up alongside him through 3 and 4, and off the corner they come. Dylan Estrella makes the pass. He is up to second.
Spencer back to fourth now as Lynham works himself up onto the podium. They come off of turn number 4. 26 laps are complete. Dave Darling just making laps at this point. As he sits back in the 8th position, Vanessa Glachaki right behind him.
Through the corner they go. Dylan Estrella and Ryan Lynham have a lot of work to do to catch your leader, Tom Scully Jr. It's not impossible, though. They got to hope for a few things maybe to fall in their favor as he approaches some lap traffic. Still, he gets by Benoit with relative ease now. Sets his sights on Henshaw to set another car between him and second place Dylan Estrella.
Yeah, Dylan can only watch as Scully continues to pull away, running just a tick quicker each and every lap. As we've got 10 laps to go.
10 laps to go in the Pro Stock season. Down to the bottom, Tom Scully Jr. gets underneath Mark Henshaw as he races down through 3 and 4 to make it 9 to go for your leader, Scully.
Field has stretched itself out around the 3rd mile. One of the positions we're keeping an eye on is that 10th and 9th position. Ryan Vaness and Derek Glachaki running nose to tail off of turn number 2. Glachaki trying to move up a spot into 9th. He's got the 44 of Cabral right behind him. Darryl Stampfel in tow as well.
Entering turn number 1, I am seeing a little bit of tire smoke from Darling there. You wonder if that's why he's not pushing it as hard. Coming off the corner, he doesn't want to blow out a tire, obviously, here, wrapping up this race.
Well, that's a big part of it, and at this point, if the car's not 100%, why push it and try to force something when you've already got the big picture locked up? They roll down the back straightaway. Battle for second starting to heat up. 5 laps to go, this time across the stripe. Look at Lynham all over the back bumper of Dylan Estrella down off of turn number 2.
Going to be a hard-fought second-place finish for Estrella if everything remains the same here because Ryan Lynham is right there looking for every opportunity he can to move up a spot, all in hopes of making the pass. Off turn number 2 they come. Estrella still holds on to that position. Rebounding is Lynham coming off turn number 4, closing in that gap across the stripe.
Look at the run that Danny Cabral is having here tonight. He is running his first top 10 race of the season as he sits 10th on the grid. He has been running towards the tail end of the field all year long, trying to get comfortable in that car, trying to find a little bit more speed. And tonight, with 2 laps to go, making 1, he is 10th. Field thunders down the back straightaway. Tom Scully Jr. leads it into 3 and 4. Checkered flag rolls, and Scully finds himself back in Everton Park victory lane. The 46 will finish second of Dylan Estrella. Third will go to Ryan Lynham, with Kenny Spencer and Rick Martin your top 5. Dave Darling crosses in 8th, and he is officially, well, unofficially, still got to go through post-race tech, but officially our 2021 Pro Stock champion. So Kyle will be trackside to talk to our top 3, and then we'll talk to our champion after that. But what a run to find himself carrying the checkered flag for the second time for Tom Scully Jr. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, history has been made.
Back in Pro Stock Victory Lane, Tom Scully Jr. Tom, congratulations. Nice to finish off the point season, at least here in Victory Lane.
Yeah, that was fun. We got a nice break on the outside there. Everyone raced me clean. Car was pretty stout, actually, in the feature. I'd like to thank the fans who hung out tonight, and it was a beautiful crowd. Woodruff Brothers, Simpson Auto Care, Helgis South Coast Power Equipment, Raps Auto Parts, my dad, my fiance, Distance Racing Chassis, my crew, and they did an awesome job.
Congratulations. Welcome back to Victory Lane. Tom Scully Jr. picks up the win. Second place for Dylan Estrella. Third place to Ryan Lynham.
He comes to a stop and shuts the engine off, getting ready to climb out. A congratulations from Tim Bolduc. How about a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, our 8-time Pro Stock champion, the Hurricane, Dave Darling.
I think that's the most celebration I've ever seen. 8 championships. I know tonight did not go at all how you envision, but what does this mean to you to come out here and do this in this division and knock yourself into the record books?
Yeah, I mean, this isn't how we envisioned the night to go. I mean, I don't know what happened up front. I saw the one all over the place, and, you know, that happens sometimes when I don't know what was going on. All I know is all of a sudden there he was, and the only chance I had was he moved out of the way, and he almost did. So we banged up the right front. Car was awful after that, obviously. Had some damage. So, but, hats off to the crew. I mean, we had a great season. We all wanted to win tonight with a good run, top 5. But, 8 championships, I mean, that's unbelievable. 4 in a row with these guys. That's crazy. Can't thank everybody. Can't thank my family enough. My dad for all his support through the years. My mom, my kids. It's definitely emotional to get number 8. I've been waiting a year for it. And it was a long year. It was, this was probably one of the more stressful championships, even though it wasn't tight. It was just making sure we didn't have a bad week.
How stressful is this to come out here every week? I mean, you make it look pretty easy, but this is not easy to do this against this group of talented and champions in their own right.
Yeah, no, I mean, you can have the fastest car, but, as you can see, at any given night, something can happen, bad luck, whatever. And so, you try to be patient. You try to, hope, make your own luck to some degree. But, and even tonight, we weren't really pushing it there. I saw Ricky go up high. I didn't see the one. I saw back it down, but by the time I see him and the car's kind of split, Kuhn was right in front of me, and he and I got the worst of it. So, it was definitely one of the more stressful years, just because you got to make sure you put good weeks together. Ryan had a great season, so if we didn't have a dominant or as good of a season as we did, he's finishing top 5s every week. He's gonna. So we got to get top 5s. He's finishing second. We got to finish in front of him. So
8 times. It's a big deal. First time in 75 years. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, I can't thank everybody enough. I mean, to write the history books here is amazing. I came here as a kid, and like I said, it's all these people that make it happen. It's all the fans. It's the families of the crew. It's Jeff Bellier. It's all those guys. My dad, Kevin, Tom, Gary, and Ronnie have been here for all 8. And then their family, and every Saturday night. I mean, it's a grind, and I just can't thank everybody enough for their help.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Championship number 8 in the Pro Stocks for him. Kevin, I'll send it back up to you to close the night out.
Well, thank you very much, Kyle. Congratulations, David. And